Two people taken into custody for questioning following a huge fire inside a Southwest OKC apartment. Thanks for joining us here at 4. I'm Chantelle Navarro. Brewing across the state tonight, some have the ingredients to turn severe in El Reno. That's where 3 of the 4 young people killed in a crash early, standing right outside his home when he saw the tornado. Then he ran into his bathroom and actually laid on the ground as this was passing through. That's because his storm shelter is actually in his garage. And if you take a look right over here, if he did that, he would have gotten stuck. So you're saying you did not pay for it?
I think it's incredibly bizarre and absurd.
Could you explain in any other way then why you were donating to Roger Stone? Best ending, police say they could have asked for, and it happened with the help of drones like this one. Lots of recovery still needs to be done. I want to point this out though. This is a lost and found box. We have an older gentleman here in this photo, looks to be maybe with his grandchild, and ultimately leading to the deaths of these people here. But here today, as you can see right here, we have hay bales are on either side. So we wanted to do some snow comparisons. First, every Oakie's been there. We have a Brahms straw. Let's check it out. It looks like the snow here by Britain is about like halfway. I want to get back to the World Down Syndrome Day socks. I have them right here.
That's right.
They're very cute. They're baby blue, and they say downright perfect on them. You know, if we were in Florida right now with this weather, it would be downright perfect next to a beach, but... Bienvenidos al Anexo Nueva Vida, Oklahoma. Welcome to New Life, Oklahoma. That's what the sign reads. It's an unlicensed rehab facility that Melody Medina describes as a nightmare. One she endured for 41 days.
Once you're behind that door, you're locked in, and they tell you you'll have no contact with your family for the next 3 months.
Instead, you attend prayer meetings, talk about recovery, and work. She was put on kitchen duty.
I was having to get up and cook for 40 people for breakfast and lunch, and it's a lot of work. A lot of work. So instead of me having my breaks like everyone else, I'd have to be in the kitchen washing dishes.
Medina says one time she was punished for getting emotional and telling them she wanted to leave.
I was handcuffed with my hands behind my back for 10 hours overnight.
We went to the facility today. But when we asked them about the claims, you don't have anything to say about people saying that you're holding them kidnapped?
I don't really care what people say.
Do you have any explanation then for what's going on?
No. Not for you guys, no.
Nobody's been arrested, and sheriff's deputies have been quiet about what's going on while their investigation continues. But we do know that when deputies did interviews with the 40 people there, they said they didn't know they were allowed to leave. 11 of them did, including Melody.
But honestly, a lot of those people couldn't leave because they were brought from other states. They've been shunned from their families. They have nowhere to go. They'd rather sleep there than sleep in the cold. Unfortunately, you know, that is the case in a lot of situations. Or it comes down to documentation. You know, a lot of people are scared to speak up.
Yeah, guys, we're not going to show her face, but we are going to let her tell us exactly what she's going through. Now, to be clear, right now, Oklahoma law enforcement is only focusing on deporting people they consider criminals. They're starting with more than 500 inmates currently in jail. Now, that's what Operation Guardian is, but it's not enough comfort for many people worried about being separated from their families.
Mi casa es mi cárcel.
My house is my jail. That's how one woman describes her life as news of mass deportations spread.
Since the man took office, I haven't left. Even now, I was very nervous to come here for this interview because I'm not even going to the store.
Beto says life is much different than when she first arrived in the U.S. at 16.
I had recently married my husband, and they told me I could come here to work. So they passed us through in a car. They didn't ask us anything.
Beto's husband was naturalized, so he's safe. 2 of her kids were born here, so they have birthright citizenship if the courts uphold it. The other is covered for now under DACA. Beto was never allowed to seek citizenship because she was caught sneaking back in after visiting her sick parents in Mexico years ago before they died. Now she feels like her luck is running out, so she's preparing to leave at any given moment.
We canceled our bank accounts, took out my money so that I wouldn't leave it, and we even signed powers of attorney for our kids. I know other people who are selling their homes.
These fears plague Beto despite Oklahoma's Public Safety Commissioner Tim Tipton telling KOCO it's the state's goal to only target undocumented migrants who are criminals now. Operation Guardian covers more than 500 inmates who are currently in DOC custody. Governor Stitt says taxpayers are paying about $36,000 per day to house them in state correctional facilities.
There's about 150 of those that fall under the area of nonviolent convictions. So the governor's having us look at each one of those cases.
¿Confías en eso o no?
No, definitivamente no, porque
No, definitely not. Like I said, we know that this is a Republican state, and there are a lot of people who don't want us here. But they don't want us because, in reality, they don't know. Yes, it's my birthplace, but I don't know it anymore.
And I also spoke with the Mexican consulate today about what they're doing to help. They have documentation services for those who need to get some IDs for themselves or even for their kids. And that's also how they're helping law enforcement do their jobs and track down some of these people that they consider criminals. Now, the consulate says it's also seeing a rise in birth registration and dual citizenship applications as well for those who are afraid of getting separated from their kids. Live in the newsroom, Chantelle Navarro, KOCO 5 News. Yeah, OSBI presented findings to the DA's office saying that it could have possibly been assault and battery charges. Again, the DA declined to prosecute on that, declined to file charges. Now, here's why that's important. Without that, he keeps his CLEAK certification, so technically he can hop on over to another department.
You can either go with us, stand up and go, and all this can be done from here, or we're going to make you.
You're watching body cam video recorded on June 2nd at a home in Watonga. Monty Goodwin was called to de-escalate a situation involving a child with autism after the mom called, worried he was going to hurt himself or somebody else. The struggle escalated.
Let me show you how this is going to go.
Up to Goodwin punching the teen 3 times. The DA's office told KOCO OSBI looked into what happened and submitted to them that it was possible this could be a misdemeanor for assault and battery. The teen's mom believes that wasn't enough.
It clearly shows that Monty hit my son in the face multiple times, and we don't even know how many other times because the body cam falling off.
But Goodwin wasn't charged at all. The DA's office sent KOCO this statement saying, in part, after watching the video, there wasn't enough evidence to get a conviction.
What are you doing to my?
This is the second time the DA looked into him.
If you don't give me your ID, I'm going to take you to jail for failure to identify.
That's Goodwin's voice again after stopping John Sexton and his son July 4th, claiming Sexton looked suspicious and briefly detained him.
What are you doing to my?
He was fired then, reinstated briefly, but again, no charges. And now the DA's office says he quit. Sexton was disappointed when we told him today.
If I would have hit an autistic kid, anybody else around here, they would be sitting in Lexington right now, but the cops are able to get away with whatever they want, you know? I don't get it.
Andrea Lambert says she doesn't want to give up on her son and hopes for a way to get his certification taken away so that this doesn't happen again.
We're hoping for the best. I'm hoping, I do know that many people are upset. And, you know, it has nothing to do with me, and it has everything to do with my kid.
And there are also some other consequences from this. Both Lambert's 15-year-old and Sexton's little boy, they're both traumatized. Both of them say that they're still kind of dealing with this, and they still don't even like talking about the incident itself because it brings back all of those same feelings.